Assalamu alaikum everybody, and welcome to our lesson. Today we are going to continue reading the paragraph about the Italian family today. The last time we've read the first and the second paragraphs from your student's book, page 6. We said that Italian families have something special, which is the tie between all the members of the family. They have this tie, strong tie, رابط قوي between them. So, we also said that some changes have occurred in the Italian society, but also Italian families still meet to eat dinner or lunch or even live together as a big family. حكينا إحنا إنه they meet يتقابلوا for lunch or dinner, so they still have this strong tie. Today we are going to continue about this Italian family, so let's start reading. In Italy, the elderly means old people. Elderly means old people are still looked after. Looked after يتم العناية بهم. Looked after يتم العناية بهم. Whether they live with their children or on their own. So, if old people in Italy live with their children will look after them, and even though if they live alone, by their own, on their own, alone means alone, nobody lives with them. Many Italian parents are willing to sacrifice. Sacrifice means to lose something for somebody else. طبعا here they sacrifice يضحوا for their children. They sacrifice a great deal, something very, very big and very great, to the better the interests, مصالح of their children, and some might expect يتوقع their children to do the same for them later in life, لاحقا. So, parents sacrifice for their children and they expect their children to do the same thing, to sacrifice for their parents when they grow up. However, some parents can be too controlling. Controlling means that they control their children. Control their children. And in doing so, prevent their children from taking responsibility, مسؤولية, for their own lives. So they control their children and prevent them to take responsibility for their lives as they should do. Such parents might be accused, متهم, of being overprotective. Overprotective, as you can see, over, too much, protective, protects. It's the adjective from protect. So the overprotective means the person who protects too much, more than needed. Who are overprotective people? They are people who control their children's life. Sometimes Italian parents may use other members of the family or society. Society المجتمع. Members أعضاء. Why do they use other members of family or society, like grandparents, or godfathers, الآباء الروحانيين and teachers etc. Why do they use them? To help, look after, يعتني, and guide, يقود أو يدل, their children. So, some members of society may help parents to raise their children إنهم يربوا أطفالهم. Family meals, الوجبات العائلية. Eating as a family is considered يعتبر important in Italy. Family meals tend to have a slight air of formality. So, family meals in Italy are the meals in Italy have formal rules members of family should follow. The family will all sit down together on a table that has been carefully set. وعدت بعناية. Carefully set with plates and cutlery, أدوات المطبخ, أدوات المائدة, and everyone is expected to maintain certain etiquettes. كل شخص مطلوب منه إنه يحافظ على certain etiquettes وقواعد معينة, such as, for example, keeping both hands on the table. So in Italy, if you are eating a family meal, you should put your hands on the table, not under the table or any elsewhere. Italians also have taboos, محرمات, taboos, something you can't do. When it comes to combining certain foods, جمع, certain foods, or consuming, استهلاك, them at certain times of the day. For instance, a cappuccino should only be drunk with breakfast and not at any other time of day. So, in Italy you can't drink cappuccino but in the morning. Fashion. Italians are very proud, فخور, of their fashion culture, الحضارة. Many Italians perceive a person's appearances, مظاهر, to be a good indicator, مؤشر, of their taste and social status. So, Italians look at a person's appearance and they can find their taste, ذوقهم, and social status, المركز الاجتماعي, from their clothes and appearance. Italians like to dress elegantly, بشكل أنيق. In the city, flip-flops are a kind of shoes you wear at home, and jogging bottoms are trousers that are too big and they are not elegant at all. So these kinds of clothes are not appropriate, غير مناسب. Choosing attire means formal clothes, which reflects the season, الموسم, تعكس الموسم, is also a characteristic feature, ميزة, of Italian fashion. So in Italy, you may find a lot of people who wear attire, formal clothes. Older Italians might tend to wear slightly means a little warmer clothes than their European counterparts, نظرائهم أو المشابهين لهم بالعمر الأوروبيين, European. In fear, why do they wear warm clothes. السبب هو in fear of catching a chill. Frescata. Florentines. And who are Florentines? They are the residents of Florence, a place called Florence. The people who live in Florence, we call them Florentines, tend to wear more classic style, preferring مع تفضيل colors such as هم بفضلوا colors basic colors مثل black, brown and white.